the things that people are getting at is that you're basically encouraging to throw disposable consumer culture. Is it? It's the externalities, right? What we're measuring is the monetary freeness, but we're not measuring is necessarily possibly the environmental consequences, etc. So I'm going to try to answer. I can't answer obviously all the externalities, but let's take a few of them. Electricity, for example. Well, if in fact electricity becomes more expensive, then that's going to have an effect on the marginal cost of bandwidth storage and processing, and it won't be free. I think there's a huge incentive to make electricity free, and I would point you to some of the experiments with thermosolar, work. Obviously, energy is free from the sun. Capturing it is not, but it's going to get cheaper. I think if there's ever been room for optimism that Admiral Strauss might someday be right, I think it's now. I think the people in this room and the people around us are doing the best work in history in finding ways to make electricity free, and free not only in its price, but also in its externalities. The answer not being necessarily clean coal. And I say this, by the way, as a high school dropout and a college failout, so I do speak from experience. I think the ability to self-educate has never been better. When I look at when I look at what my children do and where they're really learning, Wikipedia is an educational resource. A curious mind with some direction has never had a better ability to get a world-class education. Teachers still matter. They still matter tremendously, but I think we can use them more efficiently than we have been in the past. And I realize that the kind of computer-aided classroom is yet to arrive, but I have great optimism that my children will be smarter and better informed than I am because they have access to information that is so much better than I did. It's not free, but I think it's going to get better and cheaper.
What's the cost of your next book?
Thank you. You might imagine I get that a lot. $0.00. The book will be free. Now let me qualify that in a couple ways. Three ways. So I said that price follows marginal cost. So where can I make the marginal cost of my book zero? And the answer is obviously the digital form. So the audiobook is going to be free. Inside every physical book, there's going to be a code that allows you to download the MP3 for free. You're my best. Why should you punish your best customers by making them pay several times for each different form? So the audiobook will be free. The ebook tied to an individual reader, the Kindle or the Sony ebook reader, will be free. It's a digital product, and marginal cost is zero. The web version of the book will also be free, but probably ad-supported, just like my own magazine, but free to the consumer, third-party paid model. There will then be two. At this point, this is what we want to do. We have a year before we actually have to do it, but this is what we want to do. There will be two physical forms of the book. By the way, I totally believe in the physical book, just as I believe in the design-heavy, long-form, immersive experience of a monthly magazine, as you might expect. The physical book will take one form, which is traditional $29.99 hardcover, softcover, whatever, and another form, which is sponsored. And there'll be an ad on the front, and behind the front cover, behind the back cover, and maybe one in the middle. And it'll obviously be distributed through some way other than the bookstores, since they're not hugely incentivized to distribute books for free. But if you're willing to accept the sponsored version of the book, you can have the hardcover for free. If you want no ads in your book, that'll be $29.99. Thank you very much. Let me pick on you about this. Good content is rare and talent is rare. I fear you're falling victim to productionism or something like that. What is good to you? I mean, whatever you're defining as good is absolutely not what I'm defining as good. And I'll bet everybody here would define good differently. Maybe the content you value is in fact special effect, science fiction films with very famous movie stars. And if that's good, then you're right. But I define good. I like that stuff, but I like some other stuff. As well. I happen to think that the Feynman lectures are pretty good content. That's free. There's a lot of content out there that is simply relevant, and it doesn't necessarily cost a lot to make. And furthermore, the creators don't really expect to get a return. The Google lectures, the Park lectures are good content. And so I would beg you to consider that there are definitions of good that don't require expensive production. I'm afraid we're running out of time. I think I will be around for a little bit afterwards, so feel free to get some one-on-one. Thanks.